This house is really an antidote to the very, very busy lives that our clients lead. The character of the house, the simplicity with which the materials have been put together, and the tactility of those materials is really an extension of that brief and our interpretation of how we could create a space that would be that sanctuary that the clients were seeking. I'm Shaun Lockyer of Shaun Lockyer Architects, and we're at Mossman Court at Noosa Heads on the Sunshine Coast. I'd like to acknowledge the Gubbi Gubbi people, who are the traditional custodians of the lands and the waterways that we share. Noosa, which derives its name from Nuthra or Gunuthru, is the Gubbi Gubbi word for a place of shadows or a shadowy place. And the idea of shadows and texture and light are really the central idea about this house. The dappled light and the qualities that one experiences through the branches of the trees, in this case the beautiful Malulekas and the poinciana that adorn the northern edge of the property, are something that really define the character of this house. And that idea of shadow and texture has been incorporated into this beautiful timber screen that is really the identifying characteristic of the house and really the central idea about this very, very special home. This house is positioned on a northern fronting river system which leads out to Lake Catharaba and the Everglades and then out into the ocean. And there's a really special lifestyle element to this block of land. And that connection with the water is really what this house and living in this place is all about. The street elevation of this building is deliberately reductive and quite solid. And the idea of that is that all the layering and all the activity is hidden behind it. The front door, which is characterized by the one black aperture in this otherwise timber facade, leads you through into a double height space that really transforms the way one sort of understands and experiences the site. As you transition from the entry into the primary living space, there's this really wonderful sense of openness and transparency and even ambiguity in the way that the interior and exterior spaces connect. And this is really reinforced by the use of the floor material, which is actually an exterior tile which is brought internally. So the outside world starts to pull you in that direction. And that's really what this living space is all about, is to create that sense of living under this beautiful tapestry of timber and texture and light in a single space that has edges that disappear that allow you to feel like you're occupying the landscape and connecting with the river. The central staircase and the circulation in this house is an important part of the space, because not only does it provide the connection between the levels, but it creates a degree of animation and sort of character about the house. As you transition through those spaces, there's this wonderful connection with these voids and these massive frameless skylights above you that once again reinforce this lovely connection to the world outside. The character of this house is predominantly about the board form concrete. And then there's a beautiful connection from that concrete texture to the timber itself. From that central bridge space on the first level, one can transition to the west, where there's a kind of kids' wing that has bedrooms and a living area behind its operable screen, which creates this wonderful indoor-outdoor room sequence. To the west, you head to the master suite in which I'm sitting now. And for me, this is one of the most special rooms in the house. It's a bedroom that is able to be both indoor and outdoor, and is once again defined by this beautiful blackbutt timber screen that allows one to control the light, control the privacy, and create a really special character about this room that is quite unique to this house. For us, every project is a team effort, and none of these projects get done without a very special collaboration. And I think it's critically important to acknowledge Nick and Sarah, our clients, who just demonstrated extraordinary faith and trust in the work that we did, and really left us to do what we do as well as we can possibly do it. And that, combined with the dream team that we've worked with a number of times here in Noosa, Jason Warren of JWC Construction, Mark Conlon, the landscape architect, who's done an amazing job here again, and Hong Henwood, who's done just the most beautiful job in not only being part of the interiors, but the finishing of the house and the decor and the occupation of the house as well. And while we're thrilled with the outcome, I think we're even more thrilled that we can get through these complex projects and enjoy them working together with a team that we have just built an enormous degree of trust with.
This video is brought to you by 10, our debut hardcover book, celebrating 10 issues of the local project. 10 unites the very best projects from the first 10 issues of the publication into a beautiful single volume. With over 400 pages of architecture and design from both leading and emerging creatives, the hardcover book takes readers on a curated and meditative journey. The premium paper stock of the book means 10 is an enduring addition to a coffee table or library to be enjoyed for years to come. With worldwide delivery available, have 10 delivered directly to your door. Head to the link in the video description to purchase your copy now and use the code BOOK5 at checkout for a 5% discount.